Good evening, friends. This is one of the papers which I would be focusing upon later on. Fully, I would be going line by line in order to understand what exactly is Onyx all about and why we require it. And here you can see that the title of the paper is, and the paper especially was posted on February 22nd, 2017. So 3 years ago. So the software is not very old one. Then the title of the paper is Developmental Cognitive Neuroscience Using Latent Change Score Models, a tutorial and applications. And you can see the number of authors who are present. So how many of them are there? Roger A. Cavier, then Andreas M. Brandmeier, then Gabriel Ziegler, Anne Laura van Hermelen, then Suzanne D. Muge, then Michael Motrices, then Ian Goodyear, then Ed Bullmore, Peter Jones, Peter Fonagy, the NSPN Consortium, Ullman Lindenberger, and Raymond J. So in total there are 11 of them totally, and I would be taking you through this particular paper step by step so that we can understand and know as to what exactly they are talking about. So here let's focus only on the abstract so that we can get the idea, and before that I can even focus on the keywords. And you can see that they are talking about latent change scores, longitudinal modeling, development, individual differences, structural equation modeling, and adolescence, because that is their paper. And here if you look, they are discussing entirely about their paper. Highlights, maximum 85 characters. So what is it? Let's have a look. We describe latent change score modeling as a powerful statistical tool. Key developmental questions can be readily formalized using LCS models. We provide accessible open source code and software examples to fit LCS models. So they have made it very clear that it is open source code and software. Then white matter structural change is negatively correlated. This is something more quantitatively jargon, so we will see later on. Frontal lobe, again this is pertaining to this thing. So even if I just give you the glimpse of the entire paper introduction, they are talking about the repeated measure analysis, and then slowly if I go further, they have discussed a lot of things pertaining towards a model based longitudinal development cognitive neuroscience. So you can see how well they have used the SEM model. Then the test predictions are also there. Then they are talking about ANOVA, repeated measures, ANOVA, then MANOVA sense models, along with the lot of literature that they are even talking, discussing and referring to. Similarly, here they have introduced the LCS model, that is the latent change score model, and they have got lot of I should say again references, and they have quoted a lot of authors from the previous studies also side by side. And here comes in what I was looking for. You can have a look at it. They are talking about path symbol, description, observed variable, latent variable, commonly used in R. All these things you can see that yes, they have discussed, and what kind of path models they can talk about. Now when I was undergoing the training, I myself saw that yes, they were talking about regression and SEM models. Number one, regression, not just the linear one, they were talking about multiple and multivariate regression also, along with SEM models. Number one, paths side by side. So the examples that we will see later on, as it was taken care in Amos, we will see that in this particular I should say software, again we are able to come up with. Now this is the model that it was generated, I should say, and taken care for the analysis. So we can see that yes, whatever we want, like for example covariances are there, then the relationship between the variables also have been taken care of, and the values that we really are looking for, the beta values and the covariant values, each and everything, they are available to us here also in the first glance. Now I am not entering into the entire thing, and here they are even talking about multi-group analysis also for the latent change score model. And similarly, if I proceed further, you will check it out that yes, they are talking about model fitness, again, fitting latent change score models as per this thing. Then they are discussing about the softwares like Lavaan, which is the most common feature that it is used. Then comes the Onyx. Now here is something that I really wanted to go ahead and read up. Although syntax centered methods for SEM are most common, new users may prefer a more visual path model based approach. Example, Amos, Arbuckle and 2010. One powerful tool is Onyx, and this has been quoted by Von Ozen et al. 2015, freely available graphical modeling software. So remember that Onyx is my GUI, that is graphical modeling software for creating and estimating various structural equation models. That is what I wanted to find out. At the time of writing, we use the most recent public version Onyx, and this is the one available from, this is the website that needs to be explored, and I'll be taking you through this one particular website in my next video, and we can see as to what exactly it is all about. Onyx provides a purely graphical modeling environment without a model syntax level, that is, models are simply drawn as path diagrams. Now, as soon as data sets are loaded within a model, estimation starts on the fly and the parameter estimates will be directly shown in the model diagram. We will see even this. Now, in model, to its easy to use interface. Now, this is something that I really wanted to showcase in my immediately the next video of mine, and the moment you will see. Now, I was wondering, when I saw for the first time, and I do remember when I was attending 3 to 4, 6 workshops that I attended exclusively on Amos to really understand how everything is taking place. Then I was comparing both of them together, and I was feeling very happy the moment I entered. Maybe I already had that kind of an experience of playing with the data and the diagram that can be drawn. However, here also when I was observing along with some of my students, I saw that yes, even they were able to work upon this particular platform, the software platform, in a very easy manner. The environment, in other words, the environment is very easy to work. So, I'll be sharing this particular paper. So, Onyx is one, OpenMX is another one which I have seen, and we will see as to how these are different from each other one after the other. Once I complete the series on Onyx and go over to the next one, you will see as to how the things are changing and how they are important. The focus on the graphical interface makes Onyx especially useful for beginners. So, this is something that I have learned right now, that yes, if tomorrow I have to teach somebody, to proceed further with SEM, I will never advise them to go for Amos. I'll ask them, lay your hands on Onyx first, and then you will go ahead with Amos, and then go with the Smart PLS, Adanko and the other softwares which are available for us. So, here finally, this is number one. Number two, but also for more advanced users who either want to transition to other SEM programs or need to produce diagrams for presentations or manuscripts. What does this mean? This means that the graphical interface which we get through Onyx is much better than what we get through the Amos or the other softwares. Okay, so that is something that we need to remember. Finally, Onyx provides template models for commonly used models, reducing time needed to set up standard models to a minimum. Here we will give brief introduction to how it is going to take place. Now, I am not going to read the other paragraphs as of now. Immediately I am going to take you through the I should say the environment of Onyx. Let's have a look at it, then I'll come back and then we will start working and to see how the environment is so convenient and easy for us to work with the SEM models. So, I hope you will join me up for the further videos. Till then, take care and bye.